Hi everybody, my name is David Anderson. Once again I'd like to congratulate you all on your admission into the Master of Education in Science Education program. This is the first time that we are delivering this program in a completely online modality, and as you're aware there are 20 of you who are spread across British Columbia and Canada, and we have a really very wonderfully rich professional cohort of science educators which are going to come together and work together as your colleagues over the next 2.5 years, 2 years and 1 term in fact. What we'd like to do is get you to participate in a research study, and the research study is specifically aimed to try to understand the experiences that you have professionally and how you change professionally in terms of your pedagogical practices, understandings and attitudes about science education throughout the course of the 2-year 1-term program. In order to do this, we're going to invite you to participate in a number of short questionnaires as well as some focus group interviews in which you can give us your personal feedback about the experiences that you're having in terms of your professional development, particularly around how you're changing as a science educator and how your understandings of the nature of science education are changing as a result of your engagement in this program professionally. The research study is separate to your assessment that you participate in any of the courses, so it's not related to any of the courses that you're doing, and nor is it related to any of the grades that you are awarded at UBC, so it's completely separate. And we invite you to participate with the realization that as you participate, you yourselves are going to become further enriched because of your own self-reflection about your own professional practice. In order to do this, in order to participate in the study, that is, you have to complete a consent form, and I'll just show it to you here by shrinking myself down a little bit. It's attached to this email correspondence, and let me start at the beginning here and to show you the research study itself. So the consent form is for you all as graduate students who are participating in this particular program, and the research study team is myself as the program director and Marina, who is the co-director, and we're being in the role of principal investigators, not your instructors. So we wear 2 hats, one is the researchers, one is the instructors. So because I'm not instructing you in the program, I've got nothing to do with your grades, and Marina takes you for 1 or 2 of the courses, but these courses that she takes you for is independent of the research study itself. So you're being asked to participate because we want to understand the ways in which you as professional science educators have change in your attitudes and understandings through your engagement in this particular professional development program. And in order to do that, as I said, there's a number of data collecting things that we do. One is a survey instrument to get a little bit of information about your background. Of course, we do know a little bit about you because we've seen your CVs, but this lets us get some other information about your background as professional science educators. In January, we'd like you to participate in a focus group discussion where you just tell us a little bit about how the first course has changed you. Your first course that you're going to do is with Michelle Tan, and we'd like to understand how that's had an impact upon you in the very early stages of the program. And in September next year, we would like to do another questionnaire and another round of interviews. And at the conclusion of the program, more than 2 years from now, we'd like to do a final set of interviews with you, and then an exit survey once you graduate in 2021. So the data collection is not particularly onerous, it's not very demanding, and I think you'll find it very enriching as you start to think about your own professional practice and how this program is influencing your practices as an educator. So the results of the study will be shared with our department as we think about how this program might be modified in future years, and also we might generate some publications because online programs are becoming more and more popular, and insights that we gain about what we do as instructors to help you professionally develop are very useful for other academic institutions, and we'd like to share that knowledge out there so that everybody can benefit. Don't think that there's any risks associated with the research study, so there's no harm in participating. In fact, we kind of think that actually you'll get a lot more benefits by participating than choosing not to. We've got lots of confidentiality protection built in. So, for example, we don't share the information beyond the boundary of the research team. That's Marina, myself, and the research assistants. Okay, we're not publishing your information or what you say in terms of your questionnaires or your interviews with your identity attached to it. But all the time we're trying to preserve your anonymity, and of course in the process of any kind of good research we member check and make sure that you're telling us these are the things that we're interpreting, are we interpreting you correctly, and so on. So there's some of the protections that we built in. There's no financial remuneration for participating, other than you get the benefit of being able to collectively self-reflect about your professional development. If you've got any questions about the research study, you can give me a holler on my phone number or email me. And of course, throughout the research process, if you've got any particular concerns that I can't resolve as the principal investigator, or Marina can't resolve, then we've also got the research office that can help you also. So if you'd like to participate, and we would sincerely encourage you all to participate, because we see it as highly beneficial, not just to you, but to the science education field more broadly, as we gain insights about how you change throughout this 2-year, 1-term project. If you'd like to participate, it's very simple. All you need to do is have a read of this consent form that I've just gone through, and if you would print out particularly the last page, which is page 3 of 3, and get your smartphone out and, well, first of all, print it out, sign your name, date it, print your name, and then take a smartphone snap, click, and if you would email it to me, that would constitute your consent for participating in this particular research study. And if you could do this prior to the beginning of term, which is in the first week of September, that will be very, very useful for us as we start to send out the first survey to you, which is, as I said, not very onerous, just a 10-minute or 15-minute short survey, which you'll be able to complete and then send back to us, or complete online. So thank you very much for your consideration to participate. Any questions, just shoot me an email. I'll be happy to answer your questions, or if you're delighted to participate, and I hope you all are, please just print out page 3, sign, take a photograph with your cell phone and email to me directly, and then I can put you on the big list of your class colleagues who are going to participate in this very useful reflective experience, which is going to help you, us, and the field more broadly. So thank you very much for your time.